Okay, so today we're going to be talking about dieting, and because this is a complex topic, I'm going to break it down into a series of videos. In this first one, I'll be giving an introduction and speaking on one of the more popular dieting strategies of the day. Then in the following videos, I will discuss other popular dieting strategies, and in the final video, I will talk about the dieting strategy which I personally recommend. So the goal of any diet is to adjust body composition one way or the other. So either we want to decrease body fat without decreasing muscle mass, or we want to increase muscle mass without increasing body fat, or in an ideal world we could increase our muscle mass while simultaneously decreasing body fat. Therefore, the reasoning behind selecting a diet in regards to physique transformation should be that it is the most optimal one that will allow you to achieve your desired goal. So in this series of videos, I'm going to talk about 3 of the most popular nutrition trends that are out there currently. No doubt these will change in the future and I may need to update this video, but for now we're going to talk about these ones. And the first one that we're going to talk about is the keto diet. So the keto diet came to prominence a number of years ago and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere fast. So let's go over some of the research that has been done on the topic, and then I will give my thoughts at the end. Most of the research shows that the keto diet is in fact an effective strategy for fat loss. But there are studies that show that the fat loss that is achieved on a keto diet is no greater than that is achieved on a typical Western diet if the calorie intake is equated. Beyond that, multiple studies have shown that the keto diet is in fact not as effective as a typical Western diet when it comes to building muscle. So it can be an effective fat loss strategy, but it doesn't seem to be a particularly superior one. And in fact, it seems to be inferior when it comes to building muscle and adding muscle mass, and that should be a big red flag for us. So here are my thoughts. Keto doesn't work well for fat loss because of ketones or because carbs and insulin are bad. Keto works well because it eliminates most of the foods that people tend to overeat, and in that manner it could be an effective short to mid-term fat loss strategy. But longer term, it's going to inhibit our ability to build muscle and our ability to train hard, and that is going to be detrimental to physique goals. Overall, human beings are not as active as we were in years gone by. And as carbohydrates are our primary energy source, it makes sense that we don't need as much as what our ancestors did. But the problem here is not the carbohydrates, it's the lack of activity. So if you have a low energy output, limit your carb intake by all means. But those of us who train hard and train regularly, we are going to need those carbohydrates for fuel to fuel our intense training. And if you have aspirations of building a quality physique, then your carb intake and the energy that you gain from carbohydrates is what is going to enable you to perform to the best of your ability in the sculpting process, which is our training routine. So that's all for this video. In the next one, I will be covering another popular dieting strategy. Look out for it coming soon.